My journey of conscience began as that of a person who viewed war and military intervention as justified in some cases, certainly not in the case of Iraq. So you can say that I was a selective conscientious objector even as I deployed to Iraq because I was against that particular war. And selective conscientious objection is something that I fully support because I am not here to impose my views on any serviceman or woman or any member of civilian society. I believe that a great deal of why I opposed the Iraq war was based on politics, based on my inability to believe and support the justifications that led us to Iraq. However, because of my experience in Iraq and because of everything that has happened since that experience, I have become a conscientious objector that opposes all war. To me personally, there's no such thing as a just war. And to explain that, I would like to refer to an experience that I had in Iraq when we were doing a patrol. We were doing a patrol in an affluent neighborhood in Ramadi. And a child was following us with a group of friends, and he threw a rock at my lieutenant. And this was a pretty big mistake because we had heard reports that children had been used to throw grenades at military patrols, such as the one that we were on. And my lieutenant got pretty upset and decided that he would ground his gear and chase after this child, which he did. He brought the child back, must have been 8 to 10 years of age. He was barefoot and dressed in rags. And we got ready to take this kid to our base where he would be incarcerated. When we got ready to leave, a large crowd had gathered in the area. They were witnessing how we were about to take this child. And as we were on our way to the base, a man came from the steps of his house and he pleaded with my lieutenant to let the child stay. My lieutenant did not want to leave the child. He continued to move on, and the man continued to try to keep the child with him, and my lieutenant said no, so the man slapped the child once and then twice. My lieutenant was not convinced, so this man basically, who was in tears because of what he was being forced to do, proceeded to savagely beat this child in public until my lieutenant was convinced, and he cut the plastic ties that were restraining the hands of the child and let him go. This act may have well saved the lives of other children in that neighborhood because they got the message that throwing rocks or grenades at infantry patrols could lead to their incarceration or death. And when you think about this, there is clear benefits to doing this. There is good intention of sorts in doing this. There is proportionality. There is a legitimate authority behind this. And yet, I could not find it within me to ever justify the public beating of a child in that way, or the killing of civilians, or the destruction of life and the structures that support life. As being someone who upholds the rights of people to fight for self-determination, and having been on the receiving end of resistance from such people, I cannot stand here and tell you that I support war in any way, shape, or form. I am a conscientious objector who opposes all war, and I thank you for being here and for listening.